There comes a moment in life, often sometime after the age of 60, when a simple walk across the room begins to feel like a small journey. And many seniors quietly wonder when their legs stopped moving the way they used to, when that slow, dull ache became part of the day, or when the fear of stumbling began to overshadow the simple joy of going outside. And if you've ever felt that mix of frustration and sadness, just know that you are not alone, and you are not broken. Your body is simply asking for a different kind of attention, a gentler kind of care, the kind that honors years of carrying you through the world, step by step. Leg pain, stiffness, and a growing sense of unsteadiness often come from a few common changes that happen naturally as we age. And although these changes can feel alarming, the science behind them is surprisingly simple. Muscles shorten when they aren't used regularly. Circulation slows when we sit for long stretches. Small nerve pathways become less active without stimulation. And the joints, especially the knees, hips, and ankles, begin to lose lubrication, making every step feel heavier than the last. When muscles and joints don't receive the movement, warmth, and circulation they need, the legs respond with tightness, burning, or that deep, tired soreness that seniors know all too well. But the beautiful thing is that the body is incredibly responsive, even later in life. And a small daily habit can gently wake up those sleeping muscles and restore a sense of strength and ease you may have forgotten you could still feel. One of the most powerful remedies, and one that elders around the world quietly rely on, is a simple combination of warm water, mindful breathing, and what physical therapists call ankle pumping, a gentle circulation-boosting movement that can be done while sitting on the edge of your bed, in a chair, or even while resting in the living room. It may sound almost too simple, but don't let that fool you. The human body thrives on simplicity, and circulation is the foundation of mobility. To try this, begin by placing your feet flat on the ground, taking one slow breath in through your nose, and letting it out through your mouth as if you are releasing the heaviness of the day. Then lift your heels while keeping your toes on the floor, letting your calf muscles tighten softly, and hold that for just a second before lowering your heels and lifting your toes instead, allowing the front of your legs to wake up. This small up and down motion, repeated for about 2 minutes, acts almost like a natural pump, sending fresh blood toward the knees and hips, warming the joints, awakening nerve pathways, and encouraging the legs to feel lighter again. Some seniors like to do this first thing in the morning with a cup of warm lemon water nearby, because warmth naturally relaxes tight tissues and helps the body respond even better to movement, while others prefer doing it at night as a calming ritual before bed. Do it whenever your body feels ready, but try to make it the one moment each day you set aside just for yourself. Within a few days of consistent practice, most people begin noticing small but meaningful changes. A sense of warmth spreading through the calves, less stiffness when taking the first step out of bed, a bit more confidence when rising from a chair, and even moments where walking feels smoother, almost like the legs remember something they hadn't felt in years. Over time, this tiny practice helps the muscles loosen, the joints glide more easily, and the nervous system regain a soft sense of trust. And every bit of that trust turns into steadier balance and more comfortable movement. You may not suddenly feel 30 again, but you may feel more like yourself again, someone who moves with intention, someone whose legs respond without fear or hesitation, someone who can step outside and breathe the morning air with a quiet sense of gratitude. And on the days when the pain feels stubborn or the stiffness seems to take its time fading, remember that healing isn't a straight line. It's a gentle rhythm, a slow awakening. And every day you choose to care for those legs, even for just 2 minutes, you are teaching your body how to rise again. Keep repeating the motion. Keep letting the warmth flow into your feet and calves. Keep honoring the strength that is still there, waiting just beneath the surface. Change doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it arrives quietly, in the way you stand up a little easier, the way your steps feel a bit more natural, or the way you finally realize the fear of falling has softened into something more manageable, something you can breathe through. And as you continue this daily practice, this small act of devotion to your own well-being, allow yourself to feel proud of the fact that you are choosing movement instead of giving up, choosing hope instead of frustration, choosing to believe that your legs still have many good years ahead of them. Because they do. Your body may have carried decades of memories, joys, griefs, and changes, but it has not forgotten how to heal, how to strengthen, how to grow. With each simple ankle pump, each gentle breath, each moment of warmth, you are reminding your legs that they still belong to a life of motion, not limitation. So as you finish this day, or begin the next, take a quiet moment to feel grateful, not because everything is perfect, but because you are still here, still capable, still learning how to care for this remarkable body that has carried you so far. And if you continue this once daily ritual with patience and kindness toward yourself, you may just find that your steps become steadier, your pain becomes softer, and your confidence returns piece by piece, like sunlight coming back after a long night. Keep going, keep breathing, keep believing. Your legs are ready to walk with you again,